Ultraman, The Mystery of Ultraseven, issue number 5 from Marvel Comics. So I think this is supposed to be the last issue. At the end it says to be continued, but everywhere I've read it's supposed to be a 5 issue miniseries. So I don't know if that's the case or not. But anyways, yeah, so basically we have Dan Moribushi. He has disappeared since the 60s. He's recently come back. He stole energy from Ultraman, from Shin Hayata, so that he can bring Ultraseven back. And then he kind of went on this rampage. And that's when Ultra Jack, which is a giant mech that was created by a former USP member, Kato, and piloted by his children. They decided to attack Ultraseven because they were told by the executive director of the USP that Ultraseven was responsible for his wife's death. The director for the USP is also a villain. So yeah, we got that. Has there been a... Yeah, there was... Oh, what the hell was it called? Ultraseven Next? There's like a cyberpunk Ultraseven TV series. It only ran for like 6 episodes, 12 episodes, something like that. I actually liked it. It was like geared more towards adults. Like it had more of like a mature theme. And it's Ultraman mixed with cyberpunk. It was kind of cool. Anyways, yeah, the main group there that the main character is working for ends up becoming the main villains. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of seeing stories where we have like a demon hunting group or an alien hunting group or some kind of like group that the main character is working with that ends up becoming the villains. At this point in time, if you want to do something unique, have that group actually be just good people. Because it's always like, oh, this group that you thought was helping humanity, they're actually the villains. It's like, okay, yeah, we've done that so many times. Ultraseven gets downed. Shin calls Kiki to tell her, like, hey, get Kato's kids to stop from killing Ultraseven. And so Kiki meets with Kato, and she explains to him that we're no longer with USB. Something's going on. We believe that the director, Morheim, something's wrong with her. We think that she's a villain, basically. We believe that all these kaiju incidents and stuff, like she's behind it. Ultraseven is not your enemy. And so he eventually calls his kids who are in the mech and tells them to pull back. So they do. And that's when Shin uses, he realizes since Dan was able to steal my powers, maybe I can steal back my powers from Ultraseven. So he uses that. He starts draining his powers, and Ultraseven starts shrinking. And Ultraseven basically says, stop, I have to protect Dan. And Shin is like, I understand your pain, but trust me, like, we can be brothers here. I'll help you out. And Ultraseven eventually reverts back to Dan. And they meet up with Kato. And Shin has a moment with Dan where he's like talking to him, asking him what happened. And Dan decides, I won't tell you what happened. Instead, I'm going to show you what happened. And we see what happens. Basically, they end up in the kaiju limbo. And Ultraseven is starting to fade away. Dan's like, are you dying permanently? Is this like a permanent fade? He's like, yeah, in a sense. I guess it's more like a hibernation. Because of our bond, I'll still be able to remain dormant within your minds. If somehow you're able to escape this place, if you're able to escape the kaiju limbo, if you're able to make it back to my home world, the people of light should be able to bring you back, should be able to bring me back. So he disappears and Dan's alone. And Dan just gets killed multiple times. Basically, every time he dies in the kaiju limbo, he comes back. So like we have like his death 19, death 73, death 242. By the time we get to death 3102, he just doesn't care anymore. Like he just stops trying. And he's just basically all but giving up when he sees Ultraman saving Kiki. And this was from, I think, the volume 1 of Ultraman. And he sees Ultraman and he's waving him. He's like, hey, down here, please, like, I need help. And Ultraman disappears. out of the kaiju limbo. And then all of a sudden, Dan's like kind of down. He's like realizing his only chance to escape has ended. But that's when Ultra appears again. He like rips open a tear in the kaiju limbo. And once again, we saw this in a previous volume. And Dan finds himself back on Earth. And that's when he realizes that, if I can get close to Shin, I felt some of your power leaking into me. And that's when I realized that if I took enough of your powers, I might be able to revive Ultraseven. I'm sorry for what I did. And of course, Shin is like, no worries. And then the Ultra Guard is created. So the Ultra Guard from the original Ultraseven series is created. And it's basically Kato, Shin, and Dan forming this new group to take out the USP. So yeah, I think it's unique. I mean, this is an interesting way to create the Ultra Guard. But again, I don't really care for the fact that the USP is villains in this. At least the main director is, and I guess the people she has working for her are taking her orders, so they're enemies by proxy. So that's, I don't know. I never really cared for that. I never really cared for like, oh, the big organization that you're working for that's supposed to save humanity is actually villainous and they're actually trying to destroy humanity. Did you see that twist coming? Yeah. Like I said before, at this point in time, like making the group actually good guys, not trying to destroy humanity from the shadows, would be a twist on itself, because it's always they end up becoming the villains. But yeah, actually, I said it says to be continued. It doesn't. Instead, it just says next. Like there's no like the end. It just says next, and then the cover for the next issue is Ultraman, Ultraseven, and the Ultra King watching on as Captain Marvel and Spider-Man are fighting this, and Iron Man are fighting this giant kaiju that's destroying the city. And I'm just face palming for two reasons. One, Marvel's still trying to make Captain Marvel a thing. It's never going to happen. Like, people just don't give a crap about this character. She was a lot better as Miss Marvel. And two, I don't know how I really feel about Ultraman being in the Marvel universe. I'm just, at this point in time, I'm just done with crossovers. I'm done with big events. And I kind of just want to see the Ultras in their own specific universe doing Ultra things. I don't want to see them interacting with Spider-Man and Iron Man and stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's just going to, it's not going to go well. I don't think. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe I'll end up being fantastic. But I have no faith in a good meetup between the two. And I'm just not interested in it. I rather keep the Ultras to their own separate thing. Like I said before, I'm just tired of crossovers and huge team ups and stuff like that. Marvel and DC have been pumping them out like crazy. And it's no longer like a spectacle anymore. Like, it's no longer this big thing. You've done it so much that it's just seeing characters on their own is now more shocking than seeing characters, teaming up with other heroes. So yeah, I don't care for that direction. I don't want to see Ultraman interacting with Captain Marvel, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. I want to see them just doing their own thing. But yeah, there you go. There's Ultraman, the Mystery of Ultraseven, issue number 5. I don't know. First off, I have no faith in the big two, really. Maybe I'm wrong in that. Marvel Ghost Rider has been really freaking fantastic. I haven't really checked out anything else from Marvel. And some other stuff I've read from DC, like here and there, have not been all that great. But I just, I don't want to see a team up between the Ultras and Marvel superheroes. I just don't. There you go. Sorry for just being negative, but that's how I feel. If you feel differently, then good for you. I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're liking where it's going. I'm not feeling it. I'm hoping. I'll read it because it's Ultraman, and I'll keep an open mind, and I'm gonna hope that it actually ends up being good. At this point in time, I'm just not feeling it. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.